Check 1 2 3. We are just checking the sound. Please don't pay attention. Check test 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Check test. Well, good evening everyone. I will request everyone to settle down as we will be starting the event in short.
This very moment, this very evening, with you all, with you all, and to be a part of this. This is so hot. One by one, I will. Yeah.
Check. Check. Alright everyone, I still can see people are standing. May I please request everyone to settle down? Yes, I still can see people are standing. पीछे भी कुछ लोग हैं. May I please request everyone to settle down, relax, and enjoy this evening with all of us. Well, I must say everyone is looking very beautiful. Thank you so much for joining this evening. Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Jinendra, Vanakkam, and a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Mayuri Malankar, and it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming you all to this lovely, this beautiful evening, where we are going to bring something special in front of you, something that is very close to our heart, something that is very near and dear to us. We are going to launch a book by Mr. Divikant Mehta. Can we begin this evening with a huge round of applause, everyone? Well, sir is here. And one line, I think everyone should stand up and give him a huge round of applause, a standing ovation to this man who is admired, loved by his peers, respected by his juniors. Mr. Divikant Mehta is a rent act expert who practices in a small cause court of Mumbai. So, on behalf of you, I welcome your friends, your family members, and your colleagues to this beautiful event. May I please request also, we have some eminent guests present here to enlighten this event and to make it more special. I would like to call them ahead. And as we all are Indians, and as our Indian Sanskriti, we can say, as our Indian ritual, we always light a lamp before every special occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very beautiful and auspicious moment for all of us, and we are going to begin this moment with a lamp lighting ceremony. Divikant sir is here. I would like to call on the stage our guest of honor, Mrs. Justice Sujata Manohar, with a huge round of applause. Mr. Ashwin Sanghai, Mr. Ashwin Sanghi, Mr. Justice Syed, Mr. Justice Sanab, Mr. Chief Judge of Small Cause Court, M.K. Mahajan, Mrs. Rasila Mehta, Mr. Sudhir Shah. I will request all our guests to please join us for the lamp lighting ceremony. Lamp is a sign of prosperity, health, happiness, love, positivity. And hence, we always pray to God, lamp light. May I please request our guests to come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony? Can we take a group photo, please? Yes, please come forward for the group picture. Sir, Devikant sir, before we sit, can we take a group picture? Alright, so let's move ahead. We have Mrs. Justice Sujata Manohar with us with a huge round of applause. I would like to welcome all our guests. We have Mr. Ashwin Sanghi. We have Mr. Sudhir Shah. Sudhir Shah will be on the way, he'll be coming shortly. And we have Mrs. Rasila Mehta, Mr. Devikant Mehta on the stage. May I request everyone to please take a seat on this dais. Sir, बैठिए ना. By the way, once again I would like to welcome everyone. My name is Mayuri Malankar and I will be your host for this event. Well, this is a celebration, and when we talk about a celebration, friends, it is always with our near and dear ones, with our friends, family members, kids, and that's the reason we have called you here. We have invited you all here to celebrate this special event with all of us and be the part of this celebration as one sole entity. I would like to thank each one of you present here for taking out time from your busy schedules, traveling in the traffic of Mumbai and marking this event with your glorious presence. Thank you so much everyone. I want, as we have our guest and Devikant sir and ma'am sitting on the dais, I want to begin this event with a huge round of applause because तालियां बजाने से क्या होता है ना, energy generate होती है, positivity आती है and तालियों पर अभी तक टैक्स नहीं लगाया है तो तालियां और हंसी तो खुल की होनी चाहिए भाई. Well, let's begin this celebration and after this lamp lighting ceremony, I think more positivity has spread across this area and now let's begin with this celebration. I would like to invite on the stage Mr. Anish Mehta, son of Mr. Devikant Mehta, to address the gathering with a huge round of applause. May I have Mr. Anish on the stage, please.
Thank you. So, good evening, everyone. It's such a beautiful location and beautiful set in the best city in the world, as I call it. I'm so proud to welcome everyone here for the book launch of my dad, Mr. Devikant Mehta's journey of his life. Thank you to every single one of you who's gathered here with us, and those of you who are watching us on live on YouTube. I'm so grateful that you've graced us with your presence here. Before we get going, I would also like to thank everybody who's played a big role in putting the book together and the set and this event. We couldn't have done this without you, so thank you very much. Well, how do I start? I'm extremely proud to be standing here to talk about my father's beautiful journey. While it was often difficult, sometimes successful, filled with a lot of grit and persistence, as many of you guys know. I can also assure you, as many of you guys know, it was always fun. That's the one thing that if I could learn from him is how to enjoy life to the fullest while continuing to struggle and make sure you're working towards success. So tonight is a celebration of all that he's achieved in the last 40 years. And I know I speak on behalf of my sister, my cousins, a lot of young people who've had the good fortune of spending time with him and learning from him, that this nothing gives us more pleasure than to see so many folks who love him here to celebrate it with him. I know, for one, my son will be enjoying the book as he'll learn more about his his granddad. So with that, I'm just going to get started and want to welcome every single one of you, and thank you to Dad for penning your thoughts and giving us this book, which is a gift. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anish. And I'm sure बच्चों से ज़्यादा माँ बाप को और कोई नहीं जान सकता, जैसे माँ बाप के अलावा बच्चों को और कोई नहीं जान सकता. Thank you so much, Anish, for this beautiful message. Before proceeding ahead, I would just like to, मुझे एक याद आई कुछ lines. बहुत खूब कहा है. मुझे ये लाइन डेडिकेट करनी है देविकांत सर को. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल, मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया. और ऐसे ही कुछ तालियां बजा सकते हैं हम डेफिनेटली. ऐसे ही कुछ 42-45 years back his journey started, and now you can see such a big and a beautiful family Devikant sir has. Sir, hats off to you. About the book, we are going to definitely know more and more in this event, but for now it's time, the moment we all have been waiting for, जिस समय का हम सब बेसब्री से इंतजार कर रहे थे sir. It's time to unveil our book. It's time to show something that Mr. Devikant Mehta has hidden inside the book. Well, I will request, can we have the copies of the book on the stage, please? We have English and Gujarati copies. And you can see this is a beautiful quote which we have created here. A virtual quote you can say, or a false quote which we can say, but यहाँ पर भी हमारे जज है, जज साहिबा है, and उसी hammer के साथ, उसी moment के साथ, we are going to unveil the book. Ma'am, all set? All ready? Excited? Yes? Can I see the excitement from the audience? Are you excited? Lovely, beautiful.
It's the first time I'm ever doing this.
Okay, let's do this on the count of 3. Everyone with me, along with me, everyone on the count of 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Can we have the hammer? Yes. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for this much of excitement and love. Now we have the copies on the stage. We have Gujarati and English copies. I will request our honorable judge, ma'am, our honorable guest, to please unveil the book.
We'll all on the video.
All of you. Should they come ahead? Should they come forward? It is okay. From there we can do that. Wow. This is the book, I, the Jury, the autobiography. This autobiography, ladies and gentlemen, is a reflection of his refined advocacy, ethics, and dedication to the legal world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, 42 years back, the story began, and since then he has relentlessly pursued his passion. You can see a short man with tall dreams who lives his life king size. Well, the book is finally here. The book is here, open for all of us. I guess it is available on Amazon as well, right, Chetan? Chirag? It's available on Amazon as well. And now we are going to move ahead in this event. We have a message from someone who inspired Sir to write this book. It was a lockdown period, and Sir is always, he is studious, so he was always keen on doing something, some or the other thing. But the eminent jurist on Rent Act, Mr. Murraj K. Shah, his guru, he inspired him to write this book, and Sir has shared a message. He could not be present here due to some reasons, but Sir he's here. Okay, Murraj Sir. Murraj Sir is here with a huge round of applause I want. Sir, thank you so much. आज आप यहाँ पर आए, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Sir, आप माइक दो आपको, आप बात करेंगे या मैसेज स्क्रीन पर मैसेज? Yes, sir has already shared message with us, and we will be showcasing the message on the screen. Please, can we have the message by Mr.
One line on the cover of the Autobiography book, reading from Nova to Mumbai, gives the background of Mr. Devakant Mehta's journey in the legal profession in Mumbai. Here was a young man coming from a small town in Saurashtra region of Gujarat, coming to Mumbai. I know Mr. Devakant Mehta since after he started his practice in the Bombay Small Claims Court about 35 years ago. Even in those early days, I could see that here was an ambitious young man who wanted to achieve something in life. He was not satisfied with the success in the matters which he conducted, nor was he satisfied with the number of briefs which came to him. He had to achieve something in life. He had a confidence in himself. With that confidence, he pursued his goal of achieving the eminence in the legal profession, as also a space for himself in the social life of Bombay. We now know, after all these years, what he is and what he has achieved. He had difficulties. It was not easy for him. The path of legal profession in Mumbai is not easy. It requires hard work as also dedication. Mr. Devakant, but that's all, and that helped him to achieve what he is today, both in the social life and the profession. And this is an object lesson for all young professionals, that have confidence in yourself. Don't get disheartened by the setbacks. The success and setbacks are after two sides of the same coin. What you require is the confidence in himself. And that is why every professional should have a motto, yes, I can do it. With these words, I congratulate Mr. Devakant Mehta and wish him further success both in life and in the profession. I also congratulate Mr. Devakant Mehta and his wife Rasila Ben, who has been a pillar of strength for him and stood by him for a continuous, happy and satisfactory life. With this, I conclude.
Thank you so much, Mulraj sir. You have always been a great source of motivation to him. And sir, being 90 years old, present here, and I think उससे ज़्यादा motivational और इससे ज़्यादा inspiring और कुछ नहीं हो सकता. सर के लिए एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. And now let's move ahead. I would like to call upon stage Mr. Ashwin Sanghi, who will be addressing all of us, and he'll be reading some of the passages from the book I, the Jury. May I have him on the stage, please, with a huge round of applause. Okay. Yes, Ashwin sir. Huh? Ashwin sir, please come forward. कटघरे में आना है आपको. Also, meanwhile, I would like to welcome Mr. Sudhir Shah, who has just joined us with a huge round of applause. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
So what do I say for Divyakant Bhai? And I'm feeling very worried because I'm standing here in this witness box as if I'm some sort of a culprit. So, Judge Sahiba, please be very tolerant and be very kind. But it is said, and I hope I won't be held in contempt of court for this, but they say that a good lawyer, Divyakant Bhai, knows the law, but a better lawyer knows the judge. But what does one say about Divyakant Bhai, who knows the law and knows every judge? What sort of lawyer is that? But jokes apart, there is an old proverb that says that if you read something that you cannot understand, you can bet your life that it has been written by some lawyer. But Divyakant Bhai's autobiography has been written like a story. And as a storyteller, and you know, in my growing up years, people used to ask me that, you know, how is it that you can tell these stories, 100,000 words, 120,000 words, how do you write these books? And I used to say that in my growing up years, my mother always used to say that I was a bloody good liar, that I could tell a lie with a straight face. But somehow or the other, Divyakant Bhai manages to make truth interesting. He manages to take the facts of his life and make them interesting. In the early days, there is an old joke about this young man who wanted to be a novelist, and he went to the great poet, novelist, writer Samuel Johnson, and he said, "Sir, will you read my manuscript?" And Samuel Johnson read his manuscript, and a month later he told the young man that your story is good and original, but the part that's good is not original, and the part that's original is not good. But here I was reading this book, which was both good as well as original. So my hats off to you, Divyakant Bhai, for being able to pull that off. Ultimately, the shortest distance between two people is a story. And you've done a damn fine job with this story. And I just want to end with this little paragraph which I had written in the foreword to your book. It was the last paragraph. One of my favorite songs is Frank Sinatra's My Way. In moments of happiness, satisfaction, despair, contemplation, and melancholy, I turn to the depth of those lyrics. Sinatra crooned, "I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way." When one reads about Divyakant Bhai's life, his growing up years in dusty Mahuva, his struggle to earn a living on Princess Street, his torment at being unable to speak proper English, his childlike excitement of getting his new lawyer's gown, his determination to travel the world, his keen desire to soak up everything worthwhile that the world had to offer, one understands that this is an individual who has lived Sinatra's song every moment. Knowing Divyakant Bhai as I do, I know that this will not be the end. There will be much, much more to come. Let me end with an old, very famous शेर which says, सितारों से आगे जहां और भी हैं, अभी इश्क के इम्तिहान और भी हैं. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. How beautifully you have put your feelings in the words. How beautiful. Thank you so much. Now let's move ahead. We have Miss Janvi Paul with us, and I would like to call her on the stage to address the gathering. We can definitely clap for her. You're looking pretty. Please come here, on the left-hand side of the stage. Okay, you're reading? Yes. So Janvi ma'am is going to read a passage from a paragraph from the book, some lines from the book.
A very good evening to all of you. It's indeed an honor to be standing here before this August gathering and reading an excerpt from this very inspiring and encouraging book. Let me take you all a little time back. A young, simple guy from the small town of Mahua had just arrived in the big, bad city called Mumbai. He takes his first baby steps in this city of dreams with fear in his heart and a prayer on his lips. He's tryst with an unknown culture, with an unknown language, and with absolute different set of people was just about to begin. It is young Divyakant's first day in college, and I quote, "I vividly remember my first day in law college. The first lecture was at 7 a.m. as I had to catch a 6 a.m. train from Ghatkopar in order to make it in time. There was no way I could even manage a morning cup of tea. On reaching college, I yearned for one, but noticed that everybody was busy chatting only in English. For me, it was like Latin or Greek. I was totally confused. My attire too was not college appropriate. Just imagine, I was dressed in a pajama and shirt on my first day in college. I had no finesse and didn't know how to dress in a place like Mumbai. I felt so awkward seeing all the well-groomed students that I sat on a bench in a corner of the canteen. To my good fortune, a boy joined me. He was a Gujarati who gathered that I had come from a small town and that I was a Gujarati as well. "How are you?" he asked me in Gujarati with a smile on his face. I thought he was mocking me and didn't reply. "Where are you from? What is troubling you?" he persisted. Hearing him talk in Gujarati gave me some relief, and I said, "I want to have a cup of tea." He was Kamlesh Desai, and he lived in Bhalkeshwar. He belonged to a very wealthy family. "Come, let me offer you some tea," he said, and he proceeded to order the tea on my behalf. Soon we became such good friends that our friendship continues to this day. Subsequently, Kamlesh and a few others pacified me, saying I would soon learn English and eventually find my niche in this city. Their words of encouragement meant a lot to me and motivated me. To struggle to learn this language never ended. In fact, day after day, I was put in a tight spot when conversing with people in the city. I even recall a very humiliating experience in the hostel. But I persisted and persisted. Recalling these experiences takes me back to my school days when each one of us was asked to write a good phrase or quotation on the blackboard. One morning, when I entered class, I read a quote that didn't mean much to me at that point of time. But later on, when the meaning hit me, it became my life's mantra. It read, "You may miss a goal, that's fine, but don't ever aim low." That's when I learned to always aim high. The other important lesson I learned was that there is no substitute for hard work. I resolved I would work hard and earn a name for myself. When I look back at those years, I remember the historical novel, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, which starts with the immortal lines, "It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness." These words ring as true today as they did then. Thank you. And I'm sure this excerpt has excited a lot of you to pick up this book and read much more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shanvi ma'am. Thanks a lot. I wish we can make one audiobook on with her. You have a beautiful voice. Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving ahead, I would like to invite on the stage Mrs. Nandini Trivedi. Mrs. Nandini Trivedi is here, and she will also be reading some lines from the book, but that is from the Gujarati book.
કેમ છો બધા? કેમ છો કહો? બહુ બધા ગુજરાતીઓ છે અને આપણે આ ગરવા ગુજરાતી માટે બહુ જ અભિમાન અનુભવીએ છીએ, ગર્વ અનુભવીએ છીએ. સો એમને તાળીઓથી વધાવીએ સૌથી પહેલાં તો. અને જાનવીએ જે પેરેગ્રાફ વાંચ્યો, અમે એવું નક્કી કર્યું છે કે સેમ પેરેગ્રાફ હું ગુજરાતીમાં વાંચીશ, કારણ કે અમે ઈચ્છીએ છીએ કે તમે બુકની ઘણા બધા ચેપ્ટર્સ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટિંગ છે એ વાંચો અને આમાંથી અમારી પાસેથી જ બધું ના લઈ લો અત્યારે. સો આઈ એમ રીડિંગ ધ સેમ પેરેગ્રાફ. ચર્ચગેટની લો કોલેજનો પહેલો દિવસ મને બરાબર યાદ છે. સવારે 7 વાગ્યાનું પહેલું લેક્ચર. 6 વાગે ઘાટકો પરથી લોકલ ટ્રેન પકડીને નીકળવાનું, એટલે ચા તો કોણ બનાવે? કોલેજમાં પહોંચીને પહેલાં ચા પીવી હતી, પણ જોયું તો બધા વિદ્યાર્થીઓ અંગ્રેજીમાં વાત કરે. મારે માટે અંગ્રેજી એટલે કાળા અક્ષર ભેંસ બરાબર. મૂંઝાતો હતો. કોલેજના પહેલા દિવસે લહેંગો અને શર્ટ પહેરીને ગયો હતો. બોલો, એટલી ગતાગમ નહોતી કે મુંબઈ જેવા શહેરમાં કેવી રીતે રહેવાય. બધા અપ ટુ ડેટ વિદ્યાર્થીઓને જોઈ મને એટલો બધો સંકોચ થયો કે કેન્ટીનની સામેના એક બાંકડા પર જઈને હું બેસી ગયો. એવામાં એક છોકરો આવ્યો. એ ગુજરાતી હતો. મને જોઈને સમજી ગયો કે આ છોકરો ગુજરાતી છે અને ગામડેથી આવ્યો લાગે છે. "કેમ બાપુ, હું સૌ?" એણે હસતા હસતા પૂછ્યું. મને લાગ્યું કે આ મશ્કરી કરે છે. હું કંઈ બોલ્યો નહીં. મારો ડર પામી ગયો હોય એમ એણે ફરી પૂછ્યું, "ક્યાંથી આવ્યો છે? કંઈ ચિંતામાં છે?" એને ગુજરાતીમાં બોલતો સાંભળી અને મને જરા ધરપત થઈ. "ચા પીવી છે," મેં જરા દબાતે સ્વરે કહ્યું. કમલેશ દેસાઈ એનું નામ. વાલકેશ્વર રહે. ખૂબ પૈસાદાર કુટુંબનો એ છોકરો. એણે કહ્યું, "ચાલ, હું જ તને ચા પીવડાવું છું." એણે જ મારે બદલે ચાનો ઓર્ડર આપ્યો અને હું ચા પીવા પામ્યો હતો. કમલેશ સાથે તો પછી મારી એવી પાક્કી દોસ્તી થઈ ગઈ કે મહુવા પણ આવ્યો અને અમે સ્કેન્ડિનેવિયન દેશોનો પ્રવાસ પણ સાથે કર્યો હતો. આજ દિન સુધી અમે મિત્રો છીએ. હવે તકલીફ બીજી મુંબઈમાં એ હતી કે મને અંગ્રેજી ના આવડે. કમલેશ અને બીજા અન્ય મિત્રોએ મને કહ્યું કે ધીમે ધીમે તું અંગ્રેજી શીખી જઈશ. પણ આ તો અઘરું હતું મારા માટે. તો હોસ્ટેલમાં એક વખત બડી બેઇજ્જતી થઈ હતી. એકવાર મારી તબિયત બગડી. ડૉક્ટર પાસે ગયો. ડૉક્ટરે હું ગુજરાતી હતો એટલે ગુજરાતીમાં જ કહ્યું કે યકૃત પર સોજો છે. હોસ્ટેલમાં આવીને મિત્રોને મેં કહ્યું કે યકૃત પર સોજો છે તો તેઓ કંઈ સમજ્યા નહીં. મને ખબર નહોતી કે યકૃતને અંગ્રેજીમાં શું કહેવાય. એ લોકો ડિક્શનરી લઈ આવ્યા અને મને કહે, ભલા તને લીવર ખબર નથી, તું શું ઉકાળવાનો વકીલાતમાં? અને મારા પગ નીચેથી ધરતી સરકતી હતી. એમાં સમાઈ જવાનું મન થઈ આવ્યું. પણ મારું મનોબળ ખૂબ મક્કમ. લૉમાં છાપવાલાના પુસ્તક ખૂબ વખણાય. એમના ગુજરાતી અને અંગ્રેજી પુસ્તકો લઈ આવી તુલનાત્મક અભ્યાસ શરૂ કર્યો. પહેલાં ગુજરાતી ચોપડી વાંચું અને પછી એ જ બુક અંગ્રેજીમાં વાંચું. એમ કરતાં કરતાં થોડું થોડું અંગ્રેજી આવડવા માંડ્યું. પરંતુ ધીરજ ગુમાવ્યા વિના મેં અભ્યાસ ચાલુ રાખ્યો. આમ છતાં કોર્ટમાં કડકડાટ અંગ્રેજી બોલવાની ફાવટ હજુ આવી નહોતી. જજ કહે, જલ્દી બોલો. ત્યારે સિનિયર વકીલો મજાક કરતાં કહે કે એ તો છે ને પહેલાં ગુજરાતીમાં દલીલ ઘડશે, પછી અંગ્રેજીમાં અનુવાદ કરશે અને પછી બોલશે. એ વખતે એવું અપમાનજનક લાગતું કે ન પૂછો વાત. બધું ભણતર એળે ગયું હોય એમ લાગતું હતું. પરંતુ તમને યાદ હશે, સ્કૂલના બ્લેકબોર્ડ પર વિદ્યાર્થીઓ પાસે સુવાક્યો લખાવવામાં આવતા. એવી રીતે મારે એકવાર લખવાનું આવ્યું જે વાક્ય મેં જીવનમાં ઉતારી લીધું. એ સૂત્ર હતું, નિશાન ચૂક માફ, નહીં માફ નીચું નિશાન. એ વખતે કેટલું સમજાવ્યું એ ખબર નથી, પણ યાદ બરાબર રહી ગયું. એ સમજાયું ત્યારે જીવનમાં ઉતારવાનું નક્કી કર્યું કે ગોલ હંમેશા ઊંચો રાખવો. ધ્યેય ઊંચું હશે તો મહેનત કરવાની તાલાવેલી લાગશે. સંઘર્ષ, કઠોર પરિશ્રમ, એના સિવાય બીજો કોઈ વિકલ્પ નથી એ ખબર પડી ગઈ. અને મહેનત કરીને જીવનમાં નામ કમાવવું એ નિશ્ચય મેં ત્યારે જ કરી લીધો. તો આવી આ વ્યક્તિ છે કે આ મહાનગરમાં પણ એમણે આટલું ઉચ્ચ સ્થાન ભોગવ્યું છે. સો કોંગ્રેચ્યુલેશન્સ વન્સ અગેન.
Thank you so much, Nandini ma'am. Thanks a lot. I would like to call once again back on the stage Miss Janvi Paul, because we have one more beautiful paragraph, beautiful lines from the book which I want her to read for us.
So most of us present here know Divyakant Bhai as an astute lawyer, a man with a killer instinct. And now I'm told, somebody just buzzed it into my ear, that his initial, DC Mehta, so the DC is another word, death certificate. Why would they say that? I think they mean it because he slaughters his opponents with the cunning of a fox, the agility of a leopard, and the ruthlessness of a lion. But there is another side to this man that you see in court, a side that is unbeknownst to most of us here. Let me introduce you to that gentle side of Divyakant Mehta. An avid traveler, Divyakant Mehta had gone to Dharamshala to meet none other than the monk in exile, Dalai Lama. This was his second visit to the Dharamshala. Come July, and I made my way once again to Mechloydganj at the appointed day and hour when I was invited. Ashok Parekh, a friend from my hostel days, accompanied me. We were given only 10 minutes for this meeting. Given how small this window was, we presumed he would only bless us, but we were in for a pleasant surprise. It was with great love and devotion that we made our way to his residence. After we were ushered in, we entered his room with bated breath. In hindsight, I can say it was one of the richest moments in my life. Here I was, about to meet one of the greatest spiritual leaders of our time. I count myself as fortunate. Not many have had the privilege of meeting the Dalai Lama. He welcomed us with the traditional Tibetan white silk scarf that symbolizes purity, goodwill, and compassion. After which he embraced us. And time stood still. Thinking about that embrace still gives me goosebumps. It was as if a warm, pleasant current had passed through my entire body. The vibration I felt was surreal and divine. He had a bright aura around him, and I felt magnetic rays emanating from his body and entering mine. However unreal this may sound, I feel that I was reborn that day. It was a milestone in my life. I stood before him completely mesmerized when he motioned for us to take our seats. After the initial pleasantries, I recall talking about Tibet's freedom struggle and the human rights violations happening there. He said he would not be able to get Tibet its independence in his lifetime, but he wished that he could at least travel without restriction to and from Tibet. I drew his attention to a very important fact. Each and every country had got its independence through the work of lawyers and attorneys. I think you can raise yourself a toast. I gave him the examples of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Mauritius, South Africa, USA, France, Sri Lanka, Singapore, and many other countries. I stressed that Tibet too needed lawyers, not monks, in their fight for freedom. He listened to me very attentively. He slowly got up and gave me 7 books on Tibet as a gift. Instead of the 10 minutes allotted to us, we were with him for almost 75 minutes. This meeting changed my perspective on life. I can say with utmost honesty that after meeting this powerful spiritual leader, there was an upward surge in my career. I attribute this to his blessings alone. I truly felt as if I'd been purified after meeting him. I had definitely come face to face with God's angel. I have met several other religious and spiritual leaders, but never have I felt the same vibrations that I experienced in the presence of Dalai Lama. Thank you. I take this opportunity to wish Divyakan Bhai great success with his book and many more milestones in his already shining career. Thank you for being a patient audience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Janvi ma'am. And now we'll be hearing the same lines in Gujarati. Nandini ma'am is here with us.
I am not going to read the same lines.
Okay, we have different lines.
બધાને ખબર પડી ગઈ છે કે દલાઈ લામાને મળ્યા પછી એમની લાઈફમાં જે ચેન્જ આવ્યો સ્પિરિચ્યુઅલ જે થયું એની આખી વાત આપણે સાંભળી છે. ફક્ત 1-1.5 મિનિટના જે 1-2 રમૂજી કિસ્સાઓ છે કે દિવ્યકાંત ભાઈ બહુ જ સારા લોયર તો છે જ, પણ એમની સેન્સ ઓફ હ્યુમર બહુ જ સરસ છે અને હી ઇઝ અ વેરી ગુડ ઓબ્ઝર્વર. તો જજીસ સાથેના 1-2 જે રમૂજી કિસ્સા છે એ આપણે સાંભળીએ. 43 વર્ષની મારી કારકિર્દીમાં સેંકડો વખત મારે જજની સામે અપિયર થવાના પ્રસંગો આવ્યા. એ પહેલાં જ્યારે બોમ્બે કેડર હતી ત્યારે જજની બદલી સ્મોલ કોઝ કોર્ટમાં થાય, તો નિવૃત્ત કે પ્રમોટ થાય ત્યાં સુધી એક જ કોર્ટમાં રહે, સ્મોલ કોઝ કોર્ટમાં. તો એમાં જે મને કેટલાક રમૂજી કિસ્સાઓ જાણવા મળ્યા એની થોડીક વાત કરું છું. સૌથી પહેલો કિસ્સો યાદ આવે છે એક જજનો. એ જજ પાસે નાણાકીય કેસો આવતા. અમારી કોર્ટમાં એવો શિરસ્તો હતો કે બહારગામથી આવેલા જજનો નાણાં સંબંધની મેટર જ આપવી. સમરી સ્યુટ્સની કેટલીક કેટેગરી હોય છે જેમાં મધ્યવર્તીય વ્યવસ્થા તરીકે કોર્ટ પાસે જે રકમ ક્લેમ કરવામાં આવતી હોય એનો અમુક હિસ્સો જ માન્ય કરવાની સત્તા હોય. આવી મેટરની સુનાવણીમાં જજ પ્રતિવાદી એટલે કે ડિફેન્ડન્ટને રકમ જમા કરવાનો આદેશ આપી શકે છે. આવા જ એક કેસમાં પ્રતિવાદીના વકીલે ઘાંટો પાડીને જજને કહ્યું કે તમે એને સાંભળ્યા વિના જ ઓર્ડર પાસ કરી દીધો છે. એમણે તાત્કાલિક ઓર્ડર બદલી નાખ્યો અને કહ્યું કે એમણે ઓર્ડર પાસ કર્યો જ નથી. દલીલબાજી ચાલી અને છેવટે HRDએ પહેલાંનો ઓર્ડર બદલી નાખ્યો. એવો જ એક બીજો સરસ કિસ્સો છે. એક જજની સામે 2 ગુજરાતી વકીલોની મેટર કોર્ટમાં ચાલી રહી હતી. બંને પક્ષના સાક્ષીઓ પણ ગુજરાતીમાં બોલતા હતા, એટલે જજને પુરાવા સમજવા માટે એક અનુવાદક અથવા તો દુભાષિયાની જરૂર હતી, ઇન્ટરપ્રિટરની. લીવ લાયસન્સ પર આપવામાં આવેલા મકાનમાંથી પ્રતિવાદીને કાઢવાનો હતો. મકાન માલિકે ભાડુઆતને મકાન ખાલી કરવા જણાવ્યું હતું, જેની એ ના પાડતો હતો. જજે પૂછ્યું કે શું ધમકી આપી તને? એના જવાબમાં ભાડુઆતે ગુજરાતીમાં કહ્યું કે મકાન માલિકે એવી ધમકી આપી કે જો તું કોર્ટમાં જઈશ તો હું જોઈ લઈશ અને તારું પાણી માપી લઈશ. આનો સીધો અર્થ એ થતો હતો કે જોઉં છું કે તારામાં કેટલી હિંમત છે. પેલા દુભાષિયાએ એનું એવું કઢંગું અંગ્રેજી કર્યું અને કહ્યું કે ઇફ યુ વિલ ગો ટુ ધ કોર્ટ આઈ વિલ મેઝર યોર વોટર. બંને વકીલો સહમત નહોતા એટલે અંદરો અંદર લડ્યા કરતા હતા અને જજ તો પછી પોતાની ખુરશીમાં બેસીને લગભગ ઊંઘી ગયા જેવું જ હતું. કોર્ટરૂમના શોરબકોરથી અચાનક ઝબકીને જાગી ગયા અને ઇન્ટરપ્રિટરને પૂછ્યું કે શું ચાલી રહ્યું છે. દુભાષિયાએ પેલું શબ્દશઃ અનુવાદ કરેલું કઢંગું અંગ્રેજી વાક્ય જજને સંભળાવ્યું ત્યારે મહારાષ્ટ્રીયન જજ બોલી ઉઠ્યા કે કેસ તુમી ખોલી ચકેલા હે અને યાદ બાવડી કુઠું ના લી. એનો અર્થ એ હતો કે કેસ તો તારા ઘર ખાલી કરવાનો છે, એમાં વાવડી પાણી કે કૂવાની વાત ક્યાંથી આવી. ટૂંકમાં દુભાષિયાના અજ્ઞાનને લીધે આંધળે બહેરું કૂટાયું હતું અને કોર્ટમાં હસાહસ થઈ હતી. તો આવા બહુ જ સરસ કિસ્સાઓ છે. તમે ચોક્કસ આ પુસ્તક ગુજરાતી પણ તમારા ઘરે લઈ જજો. એન્ડ થેન્ક યુ સો મચ.
थैंक यू सो मच जानी मैम, थैंक यू सो मच नंदिनी मैम. आप दोनों ने भी बहुत ही बढ़िया किस्से हमें सुनाए. And as she said, there will be more such stories in this book, and this book is available in Gujarati and English language, and you can purchase this book on like those who are watching us online or live. You can purchase this book on Amazon as well. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I will not take much time of yours, but now it's time to hear from the person himself, the man himself, who has been admired, loved by his peers, respected by his colleagues, juniors, family members, and now after this book launch, ladies and gentlemen, he is going to inspire 1,000 more. Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, I want to invite, I would like to welcome ahead the man himself, Mr. Divikant Mehta, with a huge round of applause. Come on, everyone.
Hello. I will give a reaction to the speech. Thus, the chief guest will he will speak.
So, before I call Mr. Divikant Mehta, we have Mrs. Justice Sujata Manohar with us. Specially, she has come for this event to give the blessings, to give the support, and to show the love for Mr. Divikant Mehta. With a huge round of applause, I would like to.
I will speak from.
Okay, so before it gets confused, there is a small change in the agenda. I will, before going ahead, I would like to request Mr. Sudhir Shah to speak a few words to address the gathering. Since sir came little late, I was confused. But Sudhir Shah sir is here, and sir, over to you. The mic is yours, the stage is yours. With a round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Sudhir Mehta.
Thank you.
Sudhir Shah.
Poor thing, she's a little confused.
She's totally confused.
I am very lucky, very, very lucky, because I have Divikant Mehta as my friend. It was exactly 40 years ago, in the year 1982. There was a meeting held in Government Law College of lawyers who wanted to travel to Russia. After the meeting was over, I came out of the Government Law College, crossed the road, and went to buy a cigarette near the Satkar restaurant. And comes Divikant Mehta also from the hall. He introduces himself, dressed in white shirt, white pant, and a brown briefcase. And then he also buys a cigarette. He takes out 10 rupee note and gives to the vendor. He says, "Sorry sir, I don't have change. The cigarette was costing at that time 10 paisa. So I obliged Divyakant. Divyakant, you have yet not paid me that 10 paisa. On that tour to Russia, all throughout, Divyakant was my roommate. And Divyakant has a keen knack of making friends. I never knew him before that. He imposed himself upon me. My room partner was Mr. Madhu Jadhav. And he also told me that don't take this fellow with us. But Divyakant joined us and we thoroughly enjoyed those 26 days of our Russia tour. Once I was traveling with Divyakant to Mahua. He had some matter in Ahmedabad and he said next day we will go to Mahua. And Mr. Mayank Chandan was his opponent. The matter was adjourned for 2 days. So we said we will stay in Mahua. And although Mayank Chandan was Divyakant's opponent, Divyakant forced him, he took him along with us to Mahua, and since then, like Madhu Jadhav, Mayank Chandan is also our great friend. So Divyakant has a knack to make people friends. Since 40 years, we have been friends, traveling together. Almost we must have traveled half the world together. And I must appreciate one thing. Coming from a small town like Mahua, studying in vernacular Gujarati language, you will not able to appreciate even by reading his autobiography how much hard work he had to put in to learn law in English. And today I am proud to say that clients tell that Rentec starts from Divyakant Mehta and ends at Divyakant Mehta. Mr. Mulraj Shah, sitting here, he is Divyakant's mentor. And I am sure, as Mr. Mulraj Shah is known as a stalwart in Bombay Rentec, Divyakant Mehta also, according to me, he is. But even if he is not just now, he will become soon a stalwart in Bombay Rentec, just like Mr. Mulraj Shah, B.M. Mehta, T.C. Gandhi, S.P. Gandhi, and all those stalwarts. Even Mr. Amin Nathani sitting here. It was I who suggested Divyakant to write his autobiography. In COVID-19, one day he phoned me and said, Sudhir, I am tired sitting at home. What should I do? I said, why don't you write your autobiography? But I have nothing to say. I am an ordinary advocate, Divyakant told me. I said, no, Divyakant, you have so many things to say and people have so much to learn from you. You are ambitious. You are hardworking. Even if he is enjoying a party till late night, he will go home and read his client's brief. And then on next day he will come well prepared. This is what Divyakant Mehta is. And I am really proud that Divyakant Mehta is my friend. I wish Divyakant Mehta much more and more progress. And I recommend you all to do read his book. It will tell you how an ordinary Gujarati speaking boy from Mahua, a small town of Gujarat, can reach to the height that today anybody is having any problem with Mumbai Rentec, they approach Divyakant Mehta. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sudhir sir. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us our guest of honor. This is Justice Sujata Manohar with a huge round of applause. May we please request her to say a few words.
Thank you. શ્રી દિવ્યકાંત મહેતાની આત્મકથા આઈ ધ જ્યુરી એનું ગુજરાતી અને ઇંગ્લિશ એમ બે ભાષાઓમાં એકસાથે આજે વિમોચન થયું છે એ ઘણી જ આનંદદાયક વાત છે. પહેલાં તો મને અંગ્રેજી ટાઇટલ આઈ ધ જ્યુરી વાંચીને ગિલ્બર્ટ એન્ડ સલિવનનો ઓપેરા મિકાડોની યાદ આવે. એમાં એણે લખ્યું છે, આઈ એમ માય ઓન જજ એન્ડ જ્યુરી એન્ડ માય ઓન એક્ઝિક્યુશનર. પરંતુ દિવ્યકાંતભાઈનો ભાવાર્થ કંઈક જુદો જ હતો. મારા જીવનનો હું જ નિર્ણાયક એમણે કહ્યું અને લખ્યું. તો મારા અભિનંદન. તમને બધાને પણ આ જીવનયાત્રાનો અહેવાલ ગમશે એમ મારી ખાતરી છે. અને હજુ તો બધાએ કહ્યું તેમ યાત્રા અધૂરી છે અને અમે ઉત્તરાર્ધની રાહ જોઈશું. This is in a way a story of Divyakantbhai's travels from Mahua to Mumbai for education and work, and from there to Russia and around the world with his friends and family, sometimes in connection with his professional work, sometimes for pleasure. Fortunately, his wife Rasilaben also is a lawyer, so he had an added reason for taking her in his travels. What emerges prominently from his narrative is the author's determination to overcome all odds to succeed in his chosen field. In his own words, Nishan chuk maaf, nahi maaf, nichu nishan. One must always aim high. For a lawyer, the most important requisite is his ability to speak clearly and fluently, to answer the issues raised by the opposition, and to persuade the judge to rule in favor of his side. It requires mastery over the legal subject, knowledge of precedents, ability to distinguish unfavorable judgments, and above all, to plead his case in a manner that invites acceptance. Mastery over language is essential for success as a lawyer. As the court language is English, mastery over English is a must. The author has described, as you heard just now, his greatest handicap in his practice as a lawyer was his lack of knowledge of English, because he had done his entire education up to reaching the government law college here in Gujarati. The author has described his education and upbringing in Gujarati in the beautiful small town of Mahua, his struggles to learn English after joining Government Law College in Mumbai, and how he managed to learn this language with the help of books, friends, and well-wishers. I was surprised that despite the difficulties he faced for not knowing English, he wanted to send his children to a Gujarati medium school. But his wife's good sense prevailed and the children joined an English medium school. Incidentally, I also went to a Gujarati medium school, but the school became an English medium school at the high school level. So I could write good English and Gujarati, but it took time to speak fluent English. These are some of the pros and cons of a varied language policy in education. And in the end, I think most of us ended up as linguists. The book also brings out the struggles of a young lawyer to get work and to succeed in the profession. Divyakantbhai is a shining example how a young man without any backing in the profession can, by hard work and innate ability, reach the top of the legal profession in the cosmopolitan and open city of Mumbai. What matters here is ability and dedication to work. This is how the author has become an acknowledged leader in rentac matters in the small causes court. The last and most important and most interesting part in the book for many of us is the story of his travels around the world for legal conferences, sightseeing, and pleasure. The author was encouraged and supported in his travel programs by his friends, particularly Sudhir Shah, whom you heard just now, himself a leading immigration lawyer. Incidentally, his autobiography, Jivanni Barakadi, Alphabet of Life, has recently been published. He encouraged Divyakan by his friend to travel, to see the world and to meet interesting people. He also accompanied his friend whenever he could. In a sense, this is also partly a story of their friendship, their jointly exploring different countries and cultures and beautiful sights of this world. As the author explains, the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Mr. Sudhir Shah also encouraged and motivated Divyakan Bhai to undertake an important journey, write his own autobiography describing his rise from a small village boy to a leading lawyer of Mumbai. I am happy to see Sudhir Bhai Shah here today at this meeting. I may add that these travels have given the author an opportunity to meet many interesting people and many friends, exceptional, unusual and diverse, such as top lawyers from India and abroad like Nani Palkhiwala, Fali Nariman, Soli Sorabji, Lalit Bhasin and others, and internationally respected spiritual head like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Dilip Kumar and Saira Banu, and a guru like Asit Chanbal. He also met judges, even unusual judges such as Virginia Yancey, who became a judge of the Manhattan Supreme Court for matrimonial matters, and she befriended an Indian puppy who strayed into her jurisdiction, and many other people in India and abroad. One should congratulate Divyakan Bhai for a life well lived with zest and courage, sharing it with us. I hope it will inspire young entrants to the legal profession to gain mastery over their legal field, to work hard and to excel in their profession. I hope it will not be inappropriate also to congratulate his wife Rasilaben on this occasion for her invaluable help and encouragement of, if I may say so, a difficult person who wanted to live life on his own terms. We look forward to many more books, jointly or severally by both of them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. We're so grateful for your presence, for your words, and for this message. Thank you for giving us time and marking this event with your glorious presence. Thanks a lot. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with his book launch, he is going to inspire 1,000 more with a huge... Never.
Don't be afraid. My speech is nearly about 7 or 8 pages, but you have already heard so many things from the books and everything. I'll just start with, and that is what I want to tell Mrs. Justice Sujata Manohar, that why the language was a barrier. When we were studying in a school, what we were taught was Chagan is going and Magan is coming. Yeah. This is what you have to either make it in Gujarati and from Gujarati to English. That was the problem which we have faced it. This was the one of the incidents. Second, already Nandini has read it, even Janvi has read it. That was the first day of my college when that problem of my tea, because I was not knowing that how to press the order. And Kamlesh, you are here. Where are you? Just stand up. Yeah. कमलेश बाबू, एक चाय की कीमत तुम क्या जानो, आज तक हम पे कर रहे हैं आपको. So till today I am paying that price of that tea, and all these years we have a friendship with him. Now, two things which I want to tell all youngsters and everyone. The motto of my life, two things. One is Nishan Chuk Maaf, Nahi Maaf Nichu Nishan. So the goal should not be low, goal should be high. And second one, when we were having the college competition, we used to say And at that time, we never knew. But after my association with Murad Shah, I came to know that slogan of Jawaharlal Nehru, if you want to build up your own reputation, associate yourself with the man of best ability. That is what I got it in 1979. Then, man of best ability. Whenever somebody asks you, you have to just open it, so everybody can look at that there is a Herod of London, and then you take out a card. In one function, ma'am, I went there, the junior, somebody came and asked me, give me one card. I was so happy, at least I got one client. His son came running behind him, sir, don't give him card. I said, why? He says, he uses the card for cleaning his teeth. I said, same thing, on the same day, again it happens, one person came and said, I want, sir, your 6-7 cards. So I was so happy, I'll get 6-7 clients in a junior days. So I said, okay. I gave it. And then I was chit-chatting something, and then when I was coming out, I saw that they were using my visiting card as a chamchi for eating the bill. So this is what struggle, what is always happens in your initial days when you are a junior, but never to be afraid. Lot of people, lot of friends say your English is not sound. I said my English is not sound, but there is a sound in my English which reaches to the judges and they deliver the judgment. So that is what it should be in the life, that we should always keep struggling in the life. So many problems comes, so many things have happened, but ultimately you have to go on the life, and that's how I have lived my life. Thank you very much to all of you for attending my function, and I'm taking your leave, sitting on the dais. And another thing is, after 25 years, we have requested Mrs. Manohar to preside on the dais, and therefore I have prepared this dais, that I the jury, she is the jury, we are the jury, all are the jury. Well,
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Sir, thank you so much. आज आप यहाँ पर आए इसलिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Himali ma'am, I'll request you to stay back with us as we have Mr. Justice Sanam sir who are here. Sir, please join us on the stage with a huge round of applause. Let's welcome him. May I please request Miss Usha Gupta to join us on stage and present the token of appreciation to Honorable Chief Judge of Small Causes Court, Justice P.K. Mahajan. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. May I invite Ms. Janvi Paul to present the token of appreciation to Mr. Ashwin Sanghi, the one who has given a beautiful speech.
yeah, he's coming there.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. May I invite Ms. Komal Jadhav to present the token of appreciation to Mr. Sudhir Shah. And now I would like to invite Ms. Varsha Jaswal to present the token of appreciation to Ms. Janvi Paul. May I invite Mrs. Vidya Shetty to present the token of appreciation to Ms. Nandini Trivedi. The special presence we have of Mr. Sir, we have a special guest over here. I would like to present a small token appreciation to him by Himali ma'am. Mulraj sir is here. Himali ma'am, can you just go down and give the memento to him? Mr. Mulraj Shah with a huge round of applause. Sir, thank you so much for your presence. We are so grateful, we are so honored to have you here. And once again, I would like to thank everyone for joining this event this evening. And to present the vote of thanks, may I please invite Himali ma'am on the stage.
Hi everyone, quite nervous to say thank you to everyone. I don't know why, but I am. First of all, thank you everybody for bearing the sweat. I'm not the only one, so thank you very much for bearing the sweat, and thank you so much for coming for this event. I think it means a lot to my dad. It means a lot to me and my brother and my mom as well, because we know how much my dad has struggled with English, and apologies. We know how much he has worked hard towards his journey for success. So this moment for me, I'm brimming with proud, and I have to say, well done Dad, super proud of you. Thank you very much for doing what you've done for us and for everybody here. And honestly, just looking at the crowd here makes me realize how much he's revered, respected, loved. I see rivals here, I see friends, family and everyone, so thank you very much. And I would also like to thank specifically for Mrs. Justice Sujata Manohar for gracing this occasion and unveiling the book. Thank you, Mr. Ashwin Sanghi. Thank you, Sudhir Uncle, as always. Thank you, Mom, for being such an inspiration. Thank you to the judge, Mr. Syed, Judge, Mr. Sanap. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion. It means a lot to us. I would also like to thank the host. I would also like to thank the people who were behind this whole setup. Mr. Thakkar, both the brothers actually, Mr. Bharat Thakkar and Mr. Ajit Thakkar. Thank you to Mr. Chirag, who's actually worked painlessly, actually with a lot of pain, to put these things on live, online viewing on YouTube and others channels, for also putting the printing and the design of the book together. So Chirag, thank you very much. I also want to thank Mr. M.K. Shah for specially attending the function. It means a lot to my dad. So thank you so much, Mulraj Uncle, for attending the function. And I would also like to thank the organizers and all the printers and publishers and the caterers and everybody who's come here and made this such a great event. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Now you may enjoy the evening. This event is all yours. The food counters are open. Please enjoy the evening. And once again, thank you so much for joining.
The drinks are there.
Oh, the
inside.
drinks are also there.
Yes, you must announce.
Okay, so the food and the drinks, both we have for you. Please enjoy yourself, please serve yourself. And can we have a group picture, please, sir? Please come ahead. Yes? Everyone, please come ahead. Yes, Mr. Divakant Mehta will be coming down to meet all of you. You don't need to come on the stage. He is coming down to meet each and everyone. So, and yes, we have the book. We have the copies of the book. Please do not forget to collect yours before leaving. Thank you so much. We have a book counter over there. You can see just behind, near the entrance. What? Yes. Do we have any promoter, any hostess? They want the book in the hand. ला रहे book ला रहे. Give it to him. Finish. Finish. Check. So once again, a request to everyone, the bar counter is open, the dinner counter is open. Please serve yourself, enjoy this evening. Thank you. इधर से आ रहा है? स्विच ऑफ कर दो इसको.
કાકીને મળી એવું એ મારી દીકરી બસ રિક્ષામાં નીકળી લાઈફ જીવ્યો જ કરવા તો છે જેટા પ્રતીક્ષાનો
Okay.